Fox News contributor Hugh Hewitt is here. All right, Hugh, what do you think happened here? This doesn't seem right.
Well, I don't believe anything that anyone in Biden Inc. tells me, Jesse. Nothing. And there's no predicate for believing them. There's no predicate for believing the president or his family or his doctor or his staff. They lied to us continually for at least a year, probably for 3. And there's no reason short of a select commission that's impaneled by law not to do exactly what you said, have the Republicans investigate. I'd rather it be bipartisan. But this is the 4th time in a little over 100 years that a Democratic president, Woodrow Wilson, FDR, John F. Kennedy, and now Joe Biden, have hidden crucial details about their health as commander-in-chief from the American people. Ronald Reagan did not do that. And it just astonishes me that in a free republic, we have to worry about our leaders telling us whether they're healthy or not. We also have to take a look at the 25th Amendment, because it didn't work here. Kamala Harris obviously knew the president was impaired and infirm. She did not summon the cabinet, but the 25th Amendment, Section 4 provides Congress can provide another body to make that call. That call should have been made after that debate, if not before it. And I'm just not going to believe anything until someone's under oath and answering under penalty of perjury, because why should we? There's no reason to believe anyone.
Yeah, they've lied about everything regarding his health. Why would this be any different? You hear people like Axelrod who say, lay off Joe, don't look back, he's got cancer, just drop it. Is that going to hold up?
No. And the reason is because of the fact we saw on June 27th at the debate that we'd all been lied to, that the president was basically out of gas and impaired, cognitively impaired. Nothing changed between June 27th and today except a very sad diagnosis. It could be painful. It could be long and drawn out. I pray for the family that the suffering isn't bad, but this goes to a political question about the health of the republic. We cannot have presidents, because our enemies see this. Our enemies know when our president is not up to speed. Our enemies know when Tony Blinken is off talking somewhere, or Secretary of State, or Jake Sullivan, his national security advisor, that they're freelancing. They know that there isn't a strong and steady hand. I think it made us very vulnerable. I'm glad that we got through it. And I'm very glad that President Trump keeps up the schedule that he does, if only to persuade the rest of the world that our president is fit and moving fast and cognitively on top of everything.
Yeah, we can't move forward unless we examine what happened before. What do you think is more likely? I mean, I think anything's possible. What do you think is more likely? That they missed the cancer because they didn't give him a test for one reason or the other, or that they diagnosed it a while back and then we're also just kind of giving him treatment on the down low?
I'm guessing, Jesse, he had enlarged prostate that was revealed in 2019. I believe it would be routine after that diagnosis to receive at least a PSA. He had 3 full physicals as president. You get a lab. The lab has a PSA on it. So I'm speculating. I have no way of knowing. I believe they knew. And yeah. I don't have any reason to believe when they tell me that they didn't.
Yeah, and the only way we're going to find the truth is we impanel it, subpoena these guys, and get to the bottom of it. It's the right thing to do for the Republic. Hugh Hewitt, good to talk to you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.